for the final guy, I got a special paint scheme in mind for him. Because if I didn't mention, I'm painting all these guys for the game Muskets and Tomahawks, which is a lot of fun, and you could play with just buying like one box of Perry miniatures. It's more than enough for a small game. I think the smaller games are a lot more fun. But anyway, I didn't notice the part of the rules said that each unit has to have a leader. And I didn't realize that when I was building them, and so I have to designate a leader by the paint job. So this guy is going to be an unusual paint scheme, so he stands out. So I remember which one is the leader. But at the moment, I'm just painting the pants. I actually am going to go for an off-white, and we're starting with game color desert yellow, and then we're going to work up our way to beige. I'm going to let this dry and do another coat since it doesn't cover the black too well. On to the beige, and actually, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to mix in a little bit of the previous desert yellow in, because straight beige might be a bit too stark. And as I said previously, you could always redo it. Now I'm working my way up to straight beige, and after this step I got to replace this brush because it is falling apart. Oops. Yeah, this brush is toast. So to make the leader stand out, I'm going to paint his jacket pink, because I haven't used any pink on any of the other figures, and well, pink's going to be a bright, obvious, and unusual color, and I haven't painted pink and I can't remember in how long. Using a mix of Warlord Purple and Squid Pink, you can tell how old these bottles are. So, starting off with a little bit of Warlord Purple into the Squid. And we'll do our first coat. So these paints are so old they don't cover that well, because I can't mix them up too easily, so we'll probably do 2 coats here. Actually, I think I'll add a little bit more purple to this. With that done, I can start working on the straight Squid Pink. And I just have to figure out if I mix too much purple in that first step. Yeah, I'm going to mix a little purple into this. Tone it down slightly. Oops. There we go. That's a little better. Alright. So then the next step we'll use straight Squid Pink. So I already went ahead and did the straight pink off camera. And now I'm just mixing in a little white with it. Pink is such a light color. White is not only perfectly fine to use, it's about the only thing you can use. There we go. The last thing here I want to mention is the hat. Now, Options we have to paint the hat. We can do it the gray that I use on the shirt and the hose. We can do the beige that I used on the pants. That would balance really nicely. Actually, upon thinking about it, I think I have to use beige, at least on the band, or I can use the pink. If I use the pink, it's going to be a little top heavy on pink. I'm going to try actually using the purple. Essentially the same color I used the shade, the jacket, just with more purple added. So it's not the same color pink as the jacket, but it's going to be similar, so it's not like painting an entirely new color on here. It's not like painting it green where there's no other green. And that's a rough job right there. But if as long as I balance it out by painting the band beige, it should work. And also it keeps the idea, I do have to make this guy bright and stand out so I know where my leader is in the unit. So I think that's going to work. Or maybe not. Well, we'll find out at the end. I think I'm going to, maybe I will repaint this beige and just keep the band purple. We'll see. And done with all of them. I painted all the details, and I got some other ones finished previously, but let's take a quick look here. So I got the orange-brown guy that has red on him. Orange and brown are similar colors. It works well together. I should have possibly done the shirt a little bit lighter or darker because it kind of blends into the orange, but the colors are balanced, and we have the same color of the stockings and the hat, so those colors are balanced well. I should mention that all the details on the miniature I painted the exact same way as I did on the Continental regular Army guys, with the assumption that they got the equipment from them. They didn't have all their own equipment, so I was stuck with the bright white straps, for example. We'll skip over the middle guy. We have our flamboyant leader here that I just realized that I forgot to paint the headband on his hat, so I got to go back and paint that. But once again, hat and pants in this case are the same color, so that yellowish beige color that I used is well balanced, and the pink will help him stand out in the army very well. Rather dashing looking guy. And we have this guy who was a little bit of an issue. I painted the hat red initially, but once I painted the canteen, it was too much red on the top of the figure, and I didn't like it. So I had to go back and I painted the hat the same color as the pants and just added a little red headband. So now we have the red pretty well balanced. We have the brown balanced, and the jacket in the middle is enough blue that it doesn't need to be balanced with another color on the top or bottom. And just for show and tell, here's a couple other guys that I painted previously. So the whole idea of this video was mainly just to give you some ideas on what colors to highlight with what, and I know I kind of went off on a tangent and then we talked about a whole bunch of other stuff, but hopefully it gives you an idea of what colors you can use to highlight. Again, there's no set formula. You have a lot of different variety of colors you can use. Also talked about choosing what colors to use with what other colors. A lot of people say use a color wheel to decide what color you're going to paint your army. That's a good starting point, using complementary colors, but you can move away from there. If you don't have any ideas, yeah, start with the color wheel, but you can experiment. I mean, the red and blue, those are not complementary colors, but it works. Just mainly because I balance the colors. That was more important. But you can play around with colors, and always remember that you have black, white, and brown in most cases are neutral colors, so they work with virtually any other brighter color. But that is it, and thanks for watching.